You already know it's Molove, and I'm back at it again with a positive message. So let's get straight to it. In case you didn't know, words are spells, and we are living in a magical realm. Oh yeah, this one gets deep. Like deep. Like, did you know that every single word that you utter out of your mouth, you're actually casting a spell? Every single one. Like, our ancestors never used the English language. They used telepathy. Do some research. Don't believe anything I say. They use telepathy, right? In a nutshell, us, the gods, created the alphabet system. We then gave it to the human beings to help them communicate, because they didn't have the metaphysical makeup to use telepathy. They then used the alphabet system that we gave them, flipped it like they did everything else after they took control of the planet. And because they knew we were living in a magical realm, and most of us still don't know, I didn't know for a long time, they were able to use this alphabet system against us in so many subtle ways you have no clue. Words are spells. I want that phrase to stick in your head after this video. It's going to be a long one. Facts. I'm getting good at this. How you doing though? I hope you've been taking care of yourself. I hope you've been, trying to eat as healthy as you can, drink as healthy as you can, spend time with you in nature, meditate, work on your mental, your spiritual, your emotional, your physical. Hope you're getting in the gym, running, walking, whatever you gotta do to exercise. I hope you've been getting all of that done, but that's not what this video is about though. This video is about the fact that we are all magicians, and it's imperative that we be impeccable with our words at all times. You see, we were programmed to just go with the flow, Everything we were taught, everything we were told, we just roll and just go. We don't ask any questions because, again, you don't want to question authority. You come across as rude when you do that. Or you shouldn't be questioning the people who supposedly know better than you, right? That really stifles independent thinking, don't you think? However, we are living in a magical realm, and what you speak, thus it shall be. What you think, you become. What you think, you attract. What you imagine, you create. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. I stand corrected. Professionally done, right? Yeah. But it won't be like that throughout the whole video though. I will be very informal in some cases, because I'm just going to be me. I have nobody to impress. At this point, everyone know I can speak. I don't have to be super formal in every sentence. Like, be impeccable with your words. No, what you speak, thus it shall be. However, there's other things that comes along with that. For instance, the intent behind what you say. It's not only about what you say, of course not. The intent you have behind what you say holds a lot of weight. You could tell someone you love them, right? You love them, right? And I'm gonna show you an example in two different ways right now. I love you. Hey, baby, you know I love you. Right? Energy, the intent, and the energy behind what you say is what gives it power. But it still boils down to what you speak, thus it shall be. Because most times when we speak things, we do mean it. Most times, right? Most times, right? Most times. But at least I can speak for me. I can't speak for the masses, but I think the masses would agree. Whoever's watching this video, right? Most times. No, the thing is with this whole thing is that many people out here just throwing words out there and they think they're just words. This one, what would you call this? Nursery rhyme? Probably the most poisonous nursery rhyme known to man. Sticks and stones. I won't finish it. Right? Sticks and stones. For those who may not know that, because you know what I mean. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words cannot hurt me. Ooh, they cold with it though. And they teach this to elementary school students. You still want to argue with me that schools aren't programming centers? But Mo, you ain't got your daughter going to school? Yeah, but you think I ain't tell her that it's a programming center and to just go and enjoy herself because daddy gonna make sure he homeschool you? Yeah, that's a part you didn't know. Don't be so quick to judge. Be impeccable with your words. Words are spells. I actually have a spoken word piece on words are spells uploaded already on my YouTube page. You have to scroll back. I've been doing it for a little while, you know, so you probably have to go back like 3 years or so for that video. But I did one. But I just thought I should elaborate on this because it's yo, listen. Because of my level of awareness right now, I can't even be around certain people anymore. I can't even conversate with certain people anymore because they just be letting words, just not realizing that every word you utter, you're casting spells. Well, you think one of the first things they teach you to do when you go to these programming, these schools, they teach you how to spell. The group of people that are acting for a movie, the group of them are referred to as a cast because they're actually casting spells through their words. It goes super deep. Like the famous one, good M. I don't even say it anymore. Good M, good Ornin. You get the diff, right? Good M, good Ornin. If you don't catch that, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You know? It goes without saying that Ornin word is directly related. I mean, I have a video on that as well. Why I say Grand Rising. Yeah? Everybody walking up to one another, good morning. You might as well walk up and say good debt. You might as well. And I'm just saying that as a frame of reference. My intent is purely positive. My intentions are pure. Goes back to intent. Again, I was just saying, you know, good debt, but that was me. But that's basically what you're saying. When you tell someone, when you tell me that, you're casting that spell on me. That's why I don't appreciate people saying it to me, but they still do. Right? But when you got your armor on, when you got yourself, you know, that's why it's important to get yourself in a positive frame of mind early in the AMs. so that things that you know would normally bother you, that you have no control over, you imagine an imaginary force field around you, and you speak. You are a magician. Nothing can pierce this force field, for I am impenetrable. I know where I stand, and I won't allow any external forces to affect my inner peace. Thus shall it be. That's a spell I just cast. May sound like gibberish, right? But cool. Just continue letting anything come out your mouth, and then wonder why your life is the way it is if you're not happy currently. If you're one of those that are always saying, and again, this is just me using this for frame of reference because I do not use these phrases anymore, and you know, it's unfortunate because our parents, we can't blame them because their parents didn't know better. Their parents didn't know better. Listen, it stops with us. 11:11. It stops with our generation. This generational curse is over. This lineage of being broke and just living paycheck to paycheck and retiring at 65 and waiting on a pension fund and waiting on a 401k, and maybe you got a little apartment, you're living off of that, but you're still not fulfilled. No purpose. That ends with us. I just cast another spell. Words are spells, and we are living in a magical realm. The world is magical. Atlantis, to be exact. Atlantis, yes. What are you talking about? This video is not about that. Let's stay on track. We're talking about being impeccable with your words, and I'm letting you know that we're living on the realm called Atlantis. Right? And it's a magical realm. And it's imperative that you choose your words wisely. You don't even have to use the words, all the words that they gave you. You could bend, twist it. Be more. Always strive to be more. I know you can be more, don't you? Yes, you. I know you can be more than what you're being right now. Don't you agree with me? Don't you agree with me? Now, in case you haven't understand this yet, I have, and I will gleefully attempt to explain it to you. We are living in a magical realm. We are all seeing our own reflection. So as I speak to you right now, I'm actually speaking to myself right now. I know you can be more, because I know I can also be more. I would never ever want you to be less. Never, ever. Why would I want you to be less ever? I would always, and I always want you to be more. And you should want the same for me. But whether or not you do, it changes nothing. Thus shall it be. I am the magician. Therefore, I am always impeccable with my words. And I understand that my soul and your soul are one to the universal force called creation. Therefore, I am you and you are me. We are one. Namaste. I will never ever want you to be less. So you should never ever want me to be less either. Therefore, do not use that word at me anymore. I would take it very personal. Now, I understand that you don't understand me right now. So let me try to slow it down and break it down for you. the word be less. Now, I need you to grab your phone, laptop, whatever, because I just want to go through something with you, right? Okay, so we're talking about being impeccable with your words. We're also talking about how we are the magician. We're also talking about the fact that words are spells and we are living in a magical realm. I did already allude to the fact, the esoteric fact, that when the planet was hijacked, they used the alphabet system that we gave them to manipulate us. I did also mention in other previous videos that you can't trust Google. Google work for the people, the elites, right? They give you some truth with a lot of lies. And if you're only looking with these two eyes, you would never ever see the truth, right? So what I want you to do right now, I want you to pull up, I want you to just go on Google, right? Like I say, Google work for the people, right? And I'm going to show you right now. And I'm very, very sure this is going to shock many of you. Because you know why? They led us to believe that this particular word, be less, is such a sanctified word, such a holy, don't even talk, such a highly uplifted word, a royal, a very, I'd be very careful with the words I use. That's why I rather write, to be honest. I love to speak now, but I rather write because I could be even more on point. As a matter of fact, spells are a lot stronger when you write them also. But I want you to pull up the word be less for me, right? Now, I'm not sure about you, but your history might be a bit different than my history on Google, because you know they pay attention to everything you type in from ever since you had a Google account. They know what you type in, what you like, what you don't like. So, but okay, when I pull up be less, right? Yeah? Listen, don't worry about that. I'm going to insert it. I'm going to insert the words that I would like you to look up right now. Right now. I'm gonna insert it right now. It's a few words. You're gonna see the word be less. You're gonna see the word consecrate. You're gonna see the word blessing. Okay? The last one, be blessed, right? So with the ED, right? I'm gonna leave that for last. But you can look it up now to see if you could dismiss or approve what I'm about to say. Alright, check them out. So, as you can see, right, the word be less, keep it, quick. Verb, pronounce words in a religious rite in order to confer or invoke divine favor upon. Ask God to look favorably upon. That's be less, right? Similar, especially in Christian church services, called God holy, praise, right? Similar. Right? A similar word is consecrate, right? You see consecrate down here? You see it? Right? Consecrate, right? So you notice I included consecrate also. What consecrate says, to make or declare something, typically a church sacred, dedicate formally to a religious purpose, right? In Christian belief, declare bread and wine to be or represent the body and blood of Christ, right? Ordain someone to a sacred office, typically that of bishop, right? Sanctify, bless, hallow, right? Down here by similar, ordain, right? Okay. Now, blessing. What does that say, right? Noun, God's favor and protection. Okay. The opposite of blessing. And let me check it. It has anathema, right? Similar dedication, consecration, invocation, right? So now, bless, consecrate, blessing, all these things sound very nice and pleasing, right? I didn't hear anything to condemning or, because the opposite of blessing would be condemnation. You see it? Look at right here. Right? Condemnation, right? Right? Everything. Okay, no. Check out the word blessed. No. Like I said, I'm going to include this at the end, because I know this is going to shock others. So you got to wait until the end of the video, because what I'm about to tell you right now, you might not find it if you Google it. So you're going to have to wait until the end of the video to see this excerpt of what I'm about to tell you. The word blessed, right? B-L-E-S-S-E-D. And imagine I was guilty of saying blessed and positive for a while. People probably wonder, but how come we don't say that no more? But every year he's switching up. You see, you just vibrating low. I ain't switching up. I just evolving. What you doing? But anyways, when I look up the word blessed, right? Adjective, right? Because something is blessed, right? Describing something, correct? Adjective. Follow me. Adjective. For those who don't know what adjective is, because you underage or that wasn't your forte, adjective basically means describing something, talking about something, right? Okay. So they have here blessed, adjective, made holy, consecrate. You see that word consecrate come up again. And if you go back to consecrate says what? Sanctify, set apart, or lay hands on. Right? Then we go back to blessed, right? Adjective, made holy, consecrate, right? Okay. Right now, pause. Before I even continue, what you need to ask yourself before I even say this, right? Because you might say, but more, you don't already say that Google is lying. Yes, I did say that, but I did also say that it's put the truth there also. For those who can see, let those who can see, let those who have eyes see clearly. Signs and symbols for the conscious mind. What you need to ask yourself is, because I know it have people who probably watch my video, they probably stop because they realize that, I don't talk about religion and I don't support their religious views, and maybe they go, I'm just saying, but if they still watch it, if you're watching this video right now and you're religious, what you need to ask yourself before I even continue is, why would they even put this on Google? Right? Right under where they say made holy, consecrated, the word blessed. See? Blessed, right? Right? Blessed, right? Right under that, they have informal, used in mild expression of annoyance and exasperation. I wordsmith, exasperation, annoyance, holy. Hold on. Under each word, when you type on the Google, you could check the synonyms or similar words that are different words but mean the same. Right under that word blessed, right after they say made holy, consecrated, they have blasted, wretched, bloody. Listen, right? Pestilential. But hold on. Chicken shit. This is on the blessed. Follow me. Chicken shit. Right? Listen. They have cursed. That's the one I want you to really pay clean attention to. They have the word cursed as a similarity under the word blessed. Wait until the end of the video to see it for yourself. It's right here. It's right here, boy. It's right here. It's right here. Look at there. Look at there. But that's not it. Want me to tell you another word that they have here? They call it, most people call it a curse word, but it's actually profanity. It starts with an F, it ends with a G, and it's somewhere in the middle has a C and a K. You catch my drift? Right here, look. The reason why I won't say this because, I don't want them to strike my video, I know I have children that watch me, not children, but youth that watch it, so I won't say just so YouTube don't, but look at right here, though. Can you see it, though? Can you see it, though? Can you see it, though? Look, you see, look, I'm not tripping, you see, be less, right? Look, it's right here, it's on my right corner, so it should be in your left corner, look somewhere down here, look it right here, yo, look it right here. Somebody has some explaining to do. Facts, though. How? Cursed? King? Wretched? Chicken shit? No, listen. No, if you already knew this, then this won't touch you in any way. I mean, you already knew. Like for me, when I first found this out, this hurt me, this crushed me, because I used to use that word every day, and it's so deep in my program that even though I'm aware and I've eradicated it out of my everyday, conversations, it still surfaces up sometimes to show you how deep it was rooted in me. But you see, if you didn't know about that, right, then I would understand why I have you saying, like, what? You probably fast forward to the end. You probably fast forward to the end, right, to see the picture and maybe come back. Whatever you do, Patience is a virtue, though. Facts. But that's not what you should be worried about, though. That's the thing. What you should be thinking about is this. They caught me with be less. What else did they catch us with? What other words we use it loosely that we think means something but means another? When right now east is west and west is east and south is north and north is south. Not even the map we see is correct. What do we really know? We may not know much. Some of us may know a little bit about a lot, which is still nothing compared to what there is to know in this vast multiverse. However, what we do understand is that words are spells and we are living in a magical realm. What you utter, thus shall it be. Don't be telling people they are pain in your ass. Eventually you may start to feel some pain in your ass. Facts. That ain't even a joke, even if you start to laugh. Stop saying that things too expensive. Again, intent. I'm just informing you. I don't ever use it. I do not use that. I do not let that come out my mouth as a form of communication towards anything or anybody for any cause. I'm just letting you know, do not use those or anything similar. Money don't grow on trees. No. I am that. I am you. You are me. We are everything. We are one. You are everything after I am. You become. It gets deep like that. It gets deep like that. You say I am. So think about all the times you just say I am. What you just say after that. What you just feel after that. See, the reason why you're finding it very difficult to believe me when I say that we are living in a magical realm, you know, the words are spells and we are living in a magical realm, is because the world was hijacked. And when the world was hijacked and taken over by these elites, it just corrupted the whole atmosphere and brought it down to this density. But what you will witness very soon is that we are rising in frequency. The Kundalini is rising, and we are all around, we will get to see the world look magical again. And we'll get back to that point when we become who we are at our base form. For those who are vibrating high, that is. Unfortunately not if you took the jabby jab. Lock your DEA up. But that's another story though. Be impeccable with your words. How do you speak on a daily basis? That's what I want you to really assess right now. Now that we got to this point that you understand that, listen, everything that comes out your mouth is actually a spell you are casting. So it either becomes a quote-unquote negative spell or positive spell, all depending on, again, your intent and the energy behind what you say. But this will only be related to those people who are actually conscious of this. Are you conscious of the words you use on a regular, or are you just loosely using these words? Are you going around asking people to be less, or wanting people to be less? Because guess what? Here how it works. You're asking that person to be less, so you're hoping that you're casting that negative spell on that person, and guess what? You remember what we said earlier? I am you, you are me. You are my reflection. So when you cast that spell on myself, who are you really casting that spell on? But you're actually casting the spell on both of us, because I am you, you are me. You see how deep it goes? And that's a word that I don't even know where it comes from, but they just have us saying it. No one ever questioned it. But how can you tell me that the word be less, adjectives, means consecrated? We went over consecrated. It means nothing negative. And right under that, you're going to tell me that a synonym for the same word is cursed and wretched and chicken shit? How? Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Something just not adding up. It's not adding up. It's not making sense. Hence, the only thing that makes sense right now, knowing what we in right now, is to be conscious of the words, understand the etymology of certain words. Do not use. We're not even supposed to be using these words. That's the point they're trying to make. Right? Where we going back to? We going back to nature, using telepathy. You know? Ask yourself this. Apart from being Dr. Dolittle, right? Have you ever heard an animal talk? But they do communicate though. How? Exactly. They weren't taught English and Spanish and French and Dutch. We were taught these languages for a reason. So we can help them enslave ourselves. That was the whole purpose. We didn't need no alphabet system to communicate. But we have it now. The collective belief system believes in it, so hence we must abide by it, you know. We must abide by it. But now that we understand that every word that we utter are spells, we can't be loosely using words anymore. Can we? You know? You want to be very careful with what you say, not only to others but to yourself. Don't ever cause sickness on yourself. Ever. That's basic, right? Don't cause sickness on yourself, right? But we find ourselves, but I do my best to, you know. I'm not going to say I'm this perfect being and I still slip up. I was programmed just like you. I'm just really tapped in and I'm busy deleting these files and installing new programs so that I can revamp the way I think completely and completely reshape my paradigms and delete the old ones and fully install the new ones, and that's how I continuously evolve. And that's how we're supposed to be continuously evolving. We're not going to delete all the programs right away. Of course not. But if you're watching this video, I'm probably the messenger that you ran into because we are vibrating on similar frequencies. So hence the reason why you're watching this hour-long video. You know. Got on my kickboxing shorts. Yeah, I love to do my videos in my kickboxing shorts. From here, I'm going straight to training. Yeah. Going straight to training. I'm going to have an awesome session. I'm going to bust a nice sweat. My punch is going to be on point. My kick's going to be on point. Everything's going to be on point. It's going to be super awesome. I'm going to come home. I'm going to have a nice rest. Got to hit the gym. Be impeccable with your words. That's how I speak on a regular basis. But you know all these things, how come you ain't living the life of your dreams yet? You know, it might have some troll in the back, you know, way in the back. Might have that question, afraid to ask it, but I telepathically picked it up. No excuses, but what I would say is, if I knew this at 15, I need to ask yourself, do you think I would be at the stage I'm at right now, though? If I only found this out like a few years ago, you know how much years of my life I was loosely using words, casting negative spells, unknowingly, you know. And then when you look back at it too, you realize, like, you know, even your parents, you you can't really blame them. You gotta blame them in a sense because they still did it. You know, they cast a lot of negative spells on you too when they're angry. You know, when when they're angry, they say a lot of mean things. They don't mean it, really mean it. So again, I know intent, right? They don't mean it. They don't want to mean it, but at the time when they're saying it, what was the intent though? What was your intent? Intent holds a lot of weight. Bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. Your intent holds a lot of weight when you speak. When you do things as well. But when you speak, we're speaking about right now. What was your intent behind what you said? This world is magical. we could bend and shape this whole world just by, you know, speaking what we want into existence, coupled with the right energy and intent, mindset, actions, and we can be whatever we want. Literally live whatever life we want. Literally have whatever we want. Literally whatever career, whatever. What is a simulation is a whole matrix. You can do whatever you want, literally. However, if you're not aware of this, of certain rules that govern this universe, you just be blindly walking along this plane, just a walking target. Facts. Because you're just unaware. I was unaware for many years. So I'm trying to help somebody out there not be unaware for as long as I was unaware. Because then once I'm able to do that, that would have mean that I've served a purpose. I can't say my purpose because my purpose is well beyond me. I would have served a purpose. And that in itself is so fulfilling, you know. If you're still watching this video, I really appreciate you taking the time out to continue watching this video. That means that you find what I'm saying intriguing and interesting, and perhaps you're learning something. I'm humbled. Appreciate it. Be mindful going forward of the words that you use, the intent behind the words that you use, the energy behind the words that you use. There are certain words like the H word. As we go along, you know, if any words come to me, because this is no script, you know, I'm working on my game. I'm working on being able to just speak without always having notes. Hope you all could appreciate the fact that I really just jumped into the puddle. I didn't wait for anyone to tell me that, you know, in order for me to be a great speaker, I need to be able to stand in front of a crowd and at least be able to speak for an hour straight without saying every minute. And I just said for a minute just to draw your attraction, just to draw your attention to the fact that you hardly heard any if at all. Hey, I'm gonna have an awesome leg session. Oh, it's 7 o'clock already. I gotta head off to kickboxing just now. When I come back, I'm gonna finish the video because I'm not finished yet. Because it's too important that people understand this concept that words are spells and that we are living in a magical realm, and that every word that you utter are spells. Like the H word, H-A-T, you know. That word is so low vibrational that every time you say it, it lowers your vibration significantly. Oh yeah, depending on the word that you use, it will either increase your vibration or lower your vibration. Because remember, in the beginning was the what? Word. Right? You're hearing the difference in the pitch, vibrational tones, correct? Exactly. But when we mean that each word you utter holds a different vibration, how is that possible? We are living in a magical realm and words are spells. Hence why it's important to be impeccable with your words. We are all magicians. They don't want us to know that we're all magicians. They want us to believe that we got to work at 9 to 5 until we retire. We are all magicians, and literally, that's why meditation is so important. You want to sit with yourself and really decide what's the life you really want. You want that life to be in alignment with your purpose. and then you take it from there. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing, and I know many people have been ignoring, and then when they see, opportunities and certain things start to come my way, they're either gonna hate us, they're gonna question as if I wasn't telling them all along what I've been doing, And one of the things that I be doing is that I be very, very impeccable with my words. Not at all times, of course, because I am also one that have to deal with his third density. So of course I'll make errors. Of course I'll have some moments in which I may use words that I should not have been using at the time. However, consistently, what you do over time really adds up and would have a much more long-standing impact on the overall result. So consistently, I am very on point with how I speak. So, it goes without saying, more positive than negative is more than likely equal to more positive, right? The thing is, that's the thing. I mean, with Matt, I know I don't know how. I mean, wow. With Matt is crazy because you have 24 and you multiply that by -3, you get -72. I calculated in the mind just to make sure. Okay, I know somebody got on the calculator, somebody got on the phone just to find a chink. Always trying to find a chink. Watch you. It's 72. 24 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12, right? 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Use your mental. Everybody running to calculators, everybody running to phone. But, don't miss the point. 24 times -3 is -72. All of that to just draw reference to what I mentioned just now, more positive acts than negative acts, would more often than not yield positive results, more often than not, except if you're doing algebra. That's not even real math, right? They told us nothing about sacred geometry. They told us nothing about numerology. They told us nothing. Geometria, they told us nothing. Nothing. After this video, especially after I really break down the reason why I do not want you to be telling me to be less. That is why I know if you watching this video, that's why I know when you tell me that, I be like, nah, King, be more, never less. Be more, never. So don't ever tell me to be less, because I never will comply with that. I'm always being more. Always be more, never less. I'm headed off to training. I may add a little video down there from training, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna have a really nice solid session. Alright, then bring my phone, do a little piece, maybe a few techniques, whatever. Add that to it. Be impeccable with your words. We are living in a magical realm. They've been using the alphabet system to enslave us. Free yourself, free your mind. Be more, be more. That's not in the dictionary. And so what? When you hear the word be more, what do you hear in that word? Be more. What do you hear? Forget what it say. Forget the dictionary. Who wrote the dictionary? What do you hear when you see be more? What do you hear? What do you hear? When I tell you be more, I want you to be more. What do you hear? And then when I say be less, be less, be less, be less, be less. What do you hear? Keep it real. What do you hear? Exactly. Be more, be more, be more, be more. I genuinely want you to be more. You, be more. Because you deserve to be more. You are capable of being more. You have all what it takes to be more. So why not be more? Why sell yourself short? Rob yourself from being the best version of yourself. Why do that to yourself? You have so much potential within you. Why waste it? You come too far to just come this far. You have what it takes. You have what it takes. At times, yes, you feel like you can't go anymore, but that's a lie. Be impeccable with your words. What do you tell yourself when you feel you can't go on? What do you tell yourself? You are the magician. What you say, thus shall it be. And what you say to yourself will always be a reflection of your character. Who are you when no one's watching? See you in the kickboxing gym. Man, my boy Casey as usual. Oh, you thought I was finished? No, I told you it was going for at least an hour. I went to training, legit got back, and I was sipping on some sea moss. Words are spells. And just like I said before I left, I was going to have an awesome night at the class. Guess what? It was superb. Every word you utter becomes a spell that's casted. Now, you may not want to take this serious, but little do you know, there's spells being casted on you on a regular basis without you being aware of it. Sometimes you're even casting spells on your own self based on the words that you use. We are living in a magical realm. You bend and shape this realm just by the words that you use. They said it in their Bible. In the beginning was the word. That's what they said. That's what they said, right? But many people never stop and think what they meant by that though. In the beginning was the word. That's how much power a word has. Now, with that being said, if you were to sit and now assess your day-to-day conversations, and then you were to really put your life into perspective, would you say that you have been accumulating positive spells? Or have you been casting positive spells? How is your life shaping up right now? How do you treat others in day-to-day interactions? See, all of that plays a role. You see, many people out here just so selfish, just all focused on themselves, not realizing that when you just focus on yourself, you tend to miss a lot of things that tend to affect you the most. I apologize if I'm getting a bit too deep on you, but I can't help it though. You may have to rewind and, decode that on your own. So words aren't just words, and this sticks and stones can break my bones, and no. So now you know that that's nonsense, right? So now ask yourself again, why was it taught to our children? Who ordained it? And if these people know for a fact that this isn't true, because I can't be the only one that know that this isn't true. This whole sticks and stones can break my bones, but words cannot hurt you. So who ordained that? And why was it taught to our kids? Well, children. I don't refer to children as kids. That's baby goats. That's a whole different story though. Why was it taught to our children? Was it in an attempt to brainwash them, thinking that it's okay to just say anything and it has no effect? The words that you use on a regular basis, the conversation that you have with others and yourself is shaping your life, whether you know it or not. Because we're living in a magical realm. So if you're not being impeccable with your words, you're basically living on autopilot, going with the flow, not knowing what to expect because you're not doing anything from a place of intent. It goes deep, real deep. And it's imperative that we apply these things, because you see, when was the last time you stayed shut up for a whole day? Like you literally got up and you did not say anything until you went back to bed. When was the last time you did that? My point exactly. So that means you speak every day, correct? So that means you're casting spells every day, correct? So it boils down to, are you consciously casting spells, or are you unconsciously casting spells? Because remember, words are spells. And we are the magicians. So if we know we are the magicians, why not magically mold our life into exactly what we want, so that we live life on our terms? If everything else that was mentioned in this video is possible, then what I just said is definitely possible, correct? So basically, if you speak on a day-to-day basis that you're an entrepreneur, you're going to live life on your own terms, you're living life on your own terms. I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am living my purpose every single day, serving humanity in a meaningful way. If you speak these words on a regular basis, what do you think is going to be the outcome? We're living in a magical world, and I'm about to show y'all some serious magic. Because don't think I'm telling you this and I'm not applying it. You might be saying, but Mo, you're not living in a mansion yet, or whatever. That is true. But you see, patience is a virtue. That is also true. what I know is coming my way cannot be stopped. And what I'm saying to you right now is something that I'm actually applying, and I'm urging you to also apply it. Apply it in your day-to-day life. Be impeccable with your words always. Use empowering words always. Always uplift. Never try to bring down anyone in any way, shape, or form. Encourage, inspire, uplift, motivate. Never do the opposite. Remember, we are each other's reflection. I am you, you are me, we are one. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope something in this video touched your soul. Be impeccable with your words going forward. Every single word you utter, not even sentence, word. And I may do a separate video on, some of these words, specific words that they really drilled into us to ensure that we remain slaves forever and remain trapped in that conveyor belt lifestyle. Like good earning and be less. For example, So I'm very sure that you're going to be very careful about how you speak going forward, because now you know you're the magician and words are spells, and we're living in a magical world. Words are spells. So be sure that you're spell casting what you want to experience, because whether you know it or not, you are the magician. Abracadabra. If you like the video, like it. If you think someone else needs to see it, share it, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. You already know it's Molove. Peace. Be impeccable with your words. Let that stick with you for the rest of your life. Words are spells, and we are living in a magical world.